Hello collective, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get straight into it because I'm starting to get messages already. This is something that I want to start new. I'm going to start using tuning forks. This was a gift that was given to me, I want to say a few days ago. I got 2 of them. So this one has to do, I believe, with throat chakra, frequency, healing, and relaxation. So I'm going to be testing this out. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. So if you do have your volume up, if you just want to test it out, it should be kind of low. I'm just going to be hitting it with my hand and not the little hammer that I got it with. So this is just to clear the energy before we get our reading started. Okay, guys, let's go. I can barely hear it, so hopefully it's not going to be too loud for you guys as well. Alrighty guys, so let's just get straight into this. So I had this crazy, if you guys have been following me for a while now, excuse me. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that spirit likes to communicate with me through animals, movies, songs, weird, fun, funky little just things that happen throughout my day where spirit's like, hello, I'm trying to tell you something. And this has to do with your guys' reading. Somehow I kept getting this crazy synchronization. And the crazy thing is the same song popped up to me in the same day. So I was like, okay, that was confirmation that this is for you guys. This is for someone. If you came across this channel, this is something that you need to hear. The song that I heard this song, I was getting my nails done, right? And I heard this song come on. It made me take off my headphones. So I was listening to, when I get my nails done, I get so antsy for sitting for so long. So sometimes I'll watch something like a TV show on my phone and have my headphones on. But it made me take my headphones off. And I go, not only was it surprising to hear it, but it felt like spirit was trying to speak to me. And the song is Spice Girls, When Two Become One. Remember, I don't know if you ladies I'm 36. So when I was growing up, I was like, Spice Girls, I think was around when I was around 6 years old. They were my jam. I love them. I swore I was Sporty Spice. I used to love the Spice Girls. Spice up your life. So I'll start singing. But the song that I heard was When Two Become One. I need somebody that I didn't met before. Wanna make love to you, baby. I took off my headphones. I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard this song since I was a kid. Actually made me want to end up downloading the whole album. I don't even know I never had it because it's so good. I love listening to older music, especially since from when I was a kid. There's just something about it, like that nostalgia, so to speak. So so I heard that song. I downloaded it on my phone. And there's this movie I've been wanting to watch on Hulu. Now, this is going to seem kind of weird, kind of cringe. If you guys haven't seen this movie, it's a horror movie. I think it's called Together. And it was so weird. I mean, I wanted to watch it because I saw the trailer and I thought, man, that looks creepy. I want to watch it. But the whole story, I don't want to give it the whole thing away. But I have to for you guys to understand what I'm about to tell you. It's this horror movie where it was like a cult doing some ritualistic magic where they're forcing 2 souls to merge together. Not souls, but their actual body parts. Like literally, like they were holding hands. And when they started noticing weird stuff was happening, it was like they would hold their hands together and then they couldn't come apart. They're like, what the fuck? And they're like sticky. So yeah, that is kind of creepy. So the whole movie was about that. So at the end of the movie, it was like they sort of, sorry if I'm ruining it for y'all, but if y'all don't want to see it, pause, watch the movie, then come back and watch this video. But in the end, it turned out that they just kind of accepted their fate and they just realized, in reality, we can't live without each other anyway. Like, you have what I lack and I lack what you have. Am I saying that right? They complete each other at the end of the day. So Yeah, that movie was so. And at the end, they were just kind of like, fuck it. We're just going to become this one being. And they did. It was really weird. It was. I liked it, but I wouldn't watch it again. But what was crazy was, it was a love story. It was, about these two people who loved each other very much. They completed each other in some sort of way. And when they started connecting to each other physically, that same song popped up. I was like, all right, universe, what tomfoolery is this? Because out of all the movies, I'm like, really, this movie? But spirit will, when God wants to speak to you, God will use anything, any person, anything to get through to you. And that was for your guys' reading. It was the confirmation that about one and the other coming together, and I also heard coming back together. So if you guys are on a break, if you guys are taking some time apart, separation, or who knows, ghosted, blocked each other, I don't know. Every situation is different. There's so many energies, so many stories that pour out onto these readings. Of course, if you want something more catered to your energy, you'd have to book with me, something private. But that was the message that I got. It was the coming together, or it kind of felt like finally, and for some of you, this may be someone, I'm getting goosebumps. This is someone brand new for someone specifically, or for a small group of you, where you guys never thought that you'd have that. There's someone here who lacked the faith because they have been through so much and been through so many disappointments, I heard Spirit say, in your past when it came to love. The love that you've been wanting and waiting and deserving of is finally here, or it is coming. Interesting. And I just heard, you never knew there was a love like this. Something very interesting in the movie I've noticed, they were talking about I want to say maybe a Hindu god or something. I forgot the name. But they were saying how, or some type of religion, what do you call that? Like a folklore or something like that. How God had split, like the perfect union of what, like, let's say, we hold masculine and feminine, but they were saying the reason why God created both genders was because, not our actual God, but in the folklore, I don't know, you call it like the story folklore, or like, when they talk about goddesses and stuff like that, one of those stories. So they were saying how there was a God who decided to split the humans like that, like divided into male and female, because they knew that if they were together, they would be so strong. They'd be so, unstoppable. You remember when I said one person had what the other person lacked, and when they were together, they felt complete. There's a completion. So kind of take it like that, the same kind of thing. Obviously not the same split physical. It's so funny how Spirit likes to do that, but I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say, is that they're literally your other part. They're your counterpart. They are that piece of you that you have been missing. And not to say that you have to have, there's people out here who really just don't want to be married, who don't want a partner. They enjoy being alone. If that's you, this reading is not for you. Please use your common sense. This is for those who are feeling this way. So this person that's coming in, it's not just any other love. This is I'm feeling it's very spiritual. And Spirit is sharing with me that it's going to be something so magical where you almost question it because you've never had a love such as this. Or you've had good loves before, you just never thought it could be even better. Sorry guys, when I do pauses like this, especially if I'm taking a little sip of my drink, I'm just trying to see if Spirit is going to share anything else with me. No, you just want me to go to the reading. Okay, we'll go with the cards then. All right. I'm choosing a new way to record my videos now because I just love my little setup, but the camera's literally like right in front of my chest, so I'm going to try my best to do this. What are we going to ask? Spirit, Archangel Michael, spiritual guides. Is it for you to send a spiritual message to my collective and love? What is it that they need to know? Tell me something about this person who's coming. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. Tell us a little bit more about this person coming towards my collective. I just heard they're taking a chance. They're taking a chance on you. Is this someone, for a lot of you, I'm feeling this is, for a big portion of the group, is someone from the past, someone who, look at that, someone from the past, someone who didn't take a chance in the past because they were afraid. They were afraid of love. They were afraid of commitment, I heard. And let me just get one more. I just heard maybe a family member was in the midst of their decision making when it came to love, but right now they're deciding to choose you. They're deciding to choose you, and they have an offer. And I'm feeling something here in my hand. It's like some pressure. They're going to offer something to you that's tangible, something in the physical. But I'm also getting, if it isn't something like that, it's just Spirit clarifying that there is something that is manifesting. And I'm feeling it on my hand strongly here, right in the middle. It's like this receiving energy, or kind of like manifestation, to where I'm getting goosebumps. It's starting to manifest in this realm now, if that makes sense. Whether it be them offering something physical, whether it be, I heard a ring, a house, a car. It's just something that shows that it's silly because I feel like that's not something that you guys really care about, but it's them showing their type of love. Maybe they're a type of person who's not that great of emotional intelligence, like they're not good at communicating. So their way of trying to show you, hey, I love you, I care about you, let me show you, let me do this gesture so that you see how serious I am, to show you how I'm willing for this commitment. And I feel like crying right now. I feel like this person is trying to think of things to say to you. They're really mixed in their words. They're trying to set something up, I heard. They're trying to, I just heard the word prolong. I don't know, like something's prolonging. What's prolonging? Or why are they prolonging this offer, other than, seeing that them taking a chance on you? For some reason, they had something with their family, I see here. Maybe it was some sort of influence that they had over them. It could even, if this is not their family, this could be someone around them, their friends, or someone that they might look up to, that kind of like deterred them away from you for some reason. Why is there this prolonging? There was, a lot of you might not like to hear this, but there were other options. There could have been other persons. I heard third party. But also, it's not always that. Now, when I say third party, it could also be they had so much going on with them. Because when I look at this, I know cards, yeah, they all have meanings and it's very, precise. But I also like to listen to what Spirit's telling me. And for me, it's not always a third party. It could also be, I heard the word illusion. The idea of what they thought the commitment was with you was what they thought. How do I say this? Ugh. It's really hard for us spiritual psychics. It's like the way we hear it in our heads, in our third eye, the way we see things, it's kind of hard to explain in this world, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's weird, but it's hard for me to interpret in, I guess, human words. It's like the thought they had with what it would be like to have a commitment with you, they had a misunderstanding of what that would look like. That's for somebody specific. They might have thought that things were going to change. They might have thought that, man, if I take this next step, what if I don't like how things turn out? I kind of like how things are now. Some of them might have said to you in the past, and they were afraid of change. But of course, you, on the other hand, collective, you knew when to walk away when you did. Because I'm feeling that a lot of you guys have walked away because of your own. You guys had to separate for this time for a reason. So the prolongedness was whatever they had going on with them. Could be third party, doesn't have to be. But there is this illusion of what they thought it would be like if things were to change, if they made that first step. Also, they may have a lot going on. So if they have a lot of friends, if they go out, if they just like to kind of keep themselves busy. But I also hear and see that they were doing this, the prolonging was so that they won't think about you. That's the funny shit. They want you, they long for you, but yet they do these things to keep them preoccupied, I heard, because they didn't want to face you. They didn't want, and I feel like crying again. They get emotional. It's like they're trying to avoid this emotional pain. So they use this as a way to kind of like prolong it. Like, I'll deal with it later or when the right time is. But spirit is like, I heard spirit is nudging them. Spirit is literally like pushing them like, bro, now's your time or never. Or to a woman, doesn't matter about the sexes, but to this individual, spirit is like, it's either now or never, or you're going to lose them forever, or they're going to lose you. But I see them wanting to come and bring you an offer. Whew, that was an energetic shit. I noticed when I started talking and started stuttering. I mean, when I start talking fast and start stuttering, it's like, whoa, like spirit's trying to get everything out. I'm like, wait, one thought per second, please. I hope my drinking doesn't sound annoying. I feel like it's so loud in my head. Alrighty, so I want to know why the 7 of Wands is here. Because that's with their energy right now. I fear this. I said I fear, didn't I? There's a fear here. I feel this fear of them standing up for themselves for some reason when it comes to you. That's way too many here on the side, but I'll take this. We have the Page of Wands. Oh, excuse me. You know what? I need sorry about that, guys. My phone was about to die. I was like, no, I'm trying to find my charger. Okay. So I did pull out, what is it? Oh, the Page of Wands here, asking about why it was next to this 7 of Wands. I feel like there's something that they've learned or overcame, I'm sorry. My Spanish is my first language. Something that they overcame that has them in this new energy of seeing things differently. Yeah, it's like this. When I think of this with it, it's like they had this assumption of what it would be like. And this is for someone very specific. I get goosebumps right when I'm about to say it. Some of them, they were afraid of you meeting their family for some reason. And then I feel like if you haven't met them yet, and once you finally do, it's like they're almost like, oh, like it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And they're going to feel silly as hell. This person is silly. All right, what else? What are we going to ask? I want to know if you guys are willing to... What's my collective going to do if this individual comes with this offer? But for sure, the summary I want to get through is them seeing things in a different way, in a different light. they have done healing. I see them, like, it was like if something happened where there was some type of awakening, or they had a conversation with somebody or something that kind of like lit the path for the way they were disillusioned. Is that a word? They had this like illusion of, they were just, like this confusingness of the illusion of what, I don't know why I want to keep repeating the same shit, but it's like this illusion of what they thought things were or what they could have been. And they're like, wait, it's not even like that. There's a new thought form that has been created from this. Okay. And that's what's causing them to move towards you now. So for my collective, I want to know, how do you guys feel about this? Are you guys going to be willing to take this offer? I hear, the first thing I heard was too much has been done. Too much, again, with the goosies, the goosebumps, the goosies, I call them. I kind of feel you guys back and forth. I kind of feel like you guys, a part of you is like, too much has been done, too much has been said, or not enough has been done or said, right? And I almost feel this hesitation, but also a willingness to overlook what has been done. I feel there's a lot that has to be, let's pull out two more. I feel like there's a lot that has to be talked about, and a lot that needs to be said that wasn't said before. I feel you guys guarded. I feel you guys, like, it's almost like you guys think, how do I say this? Like, I already put so much work into this already. Why am I going to go back to the same bullshit? And even though you see there's a possibility that, there is a change in them, and they may feel differently, and they may act differently, and they may talk to you differently. But it's almost like you guys kind of just, like, I did my work here. That's the energy that I get. It's like, why now? Spirit, why is this Hierophant here, though? I feel like you guys, you know what it is? After this break that you guys had, or maybe still in, I feel like you guys have gotten so much done for yourselves. You guys have accomplished so much. You've learned to put the love and the attention to yourself. This person didn't want to commit to you, then you know what you did, baby? You took that energy and you said, you know what? If you don't want to commit to me, I'm going to learn to commit to myself. I learned to commit to myself and to give to myself. What you can't give to me, I know that's already it's within me already. I don't need you for this. So you know what? I'm going to take me and mine's and I'm going to go elsewhere. I built a life for myself. I created stability. I've created this, I keep hearing fulfillment and something with wealth, with money. It calls you to have new ideas. And I heard brainstorming, where you guys are, this separation, like I said, this coming together, it is very spiritual, whether you guys decide whether you want to take this step with them or not. But for sure, this was something that needed to be done. This separation was needed. And honestly, for some of you, maybe that time apart is what needed for each other to become complete within themselves. What do I mean by that? By you spending this time away from this person, what did I just say? You were able to commit to yourself. You were able to do things for yourself that you've never done before. You were able to love yourself in a way that you knew that no man, no woman, nothing on this earth can fulfill you or fill that void. Because you know what? Through it all, you've realized it's just you and God. You are God. And that love, that thing that you were looking for was always inside of you, and you found it. You finally found it. Yes, it was through the heartache. It was through the pain, but through that caused you to see, oh man, it's just, I love all this synchronistic shit. What time is it? I gotta go pick up my son from tutoring. I'm reading this book right now called Pussy. Don't judge me. But it's a really good book. And maybe I'm bringing it up because some of you need to read it. Let me pull it up here. And I brought it up in my readings before about how Spirit has been really leading me to dive deep into rest and respecting my sexual energy, my sacral chakra, and what that means to be in rest, in a being in a restful state. So I found this woman on the Danny, I want to say his last name is Morel show, his podcast, and I just felt so inclined to get her book. It's called Pussy, Regina Tom. That. But this book is so good. I'm almost done. You know what's funny? I got this book for my cousin, but I haven't seen her yet. So I was like, I got it for her birthday. So I was like, yo, I might as well read it. And then when I give it to her, I'll just make sure it's nice and flat. So I'm trying to look. I'm almost done reading it. So I started reading this. But it's so funny. I was just finishing a story last night in this book, and she was saying how she thought she found the love of her life, like, because she always asked Spirit, she always asked God, I deserve and want a legendary love. I don't want anything less than that. So she met this man. I'm not going to go through the whole story in case you guys want to go through the book, but basically things didn't work out, and I'm not going to say how, but things didn't work out, and she was in such turmoil, so much heartbreak. She was at her wit's end. She felt almost betrayed by the universe, saying, you know, I thought this was it. What happened? I thought you had my back. But it was in that heartbreak, in that that energy of just being down in the dirt, the worst of the worst. What is it that people say? Like when, like their last straw, or their last, like, I can't take no more, you know, is when she found herself. I just heard, like the book, Reclamation, like she reclaimed her power in that heartbreak. She had to feel that to find that power within herself. And if she didn't have that break up with this person, or this thing that you know, that happened between them, it was like she would have never wrote that book. She would have never opened up her school of arts for women. You know, it's just, everything is in such divine timing and such a divine, you know, it's funny. A lot of the times we think we're in control of shit, and we're really not. We're just kind of like hoping we're making the right decision, and we ask God to lead us the right way. But all that to say this is that all that needed to be done to get you guys to where you're at right now. But you guys are feeling a bit, I'm feeling defensive, or, you know, I did a lot of work on myself. Why would I go back to this thing? If you guys were not allowing yourselves to act out of ego or your mind or what ifs, right? I want to see what Spirit wants. I want to ask, because I'm nosy. For my collective's highest good, for my collective, when it comes to their love life, and what is it that Spirit, God, whatever you have next for them, you are in control. You know what will be best for them. What would that look like? What would it be? What would you like them to do? Regardless of how my collective feels right now, I know the ego hurts. I know you feeling some type of way. I would too. Because what does this society teach us to do? Yo, fuck that guy. Fuck that girl. Like, oh, man. All right, that's too many. So I didn't want to say it too early. So I was like, wait, let me see what the other cards say. It says, take that offer. Take that offer. Ay, take that offer. Ay, take that offer. I feel like this is his or their energy and your energy, but overall, it's to take the offer. I heard it feels new. There's just something, there's a newness. I keep getting goosebumps, and it's not because I'm cold, because it's not cold in here. It's like, I feel that like giddy feeling, like, you know, when you first meet somebody new and you're just kind of like, ooh. Like, oh, he's so cute, or she's so fine. Oh, I can't get her off my mind. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling so giddy right now. And remember, there's so many energies. So whether this be someone from your past, or this is someone new, And Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to take this offer, especially if it is someone new and you're like, this seems a little bit too good to be true. Spirit is blessing you. Spirit is gifting you. If you haven't seen my other readings, I've been feeling this in my collective. There has been so much work that you guys have been doing, and you are finally, goosebumps again, getting what you deserve. And especially when it comes to love. Because you put that focus on yourself and in the divine, and just sort of, I see you guys sort of like putting your hands up to the sky, to the sun, and be like, just take it. Just take it. Because me trying to be in control of everything, allowing my ego to make decisions and do things for me. Like, obviously this shit has not been working. I'm letting you take over, God. Take the motherfucking wheel, Jesus. I don't want it. Because what I've been doing has not been working. So you know what? You take this motherfucking wheel respectfully. Because I don't want to do it. Because you allow God to guide you, you're going to be fulfilled in more ways than one, I heard. Not just in love, not just in physical, not in just, like tangible things like money and, cars, clothes, whatever. But there's a this is happiness, this overwhelming joy coming over me that you guys are going to feel that you've never felt before. Where in my last reading, it's the same energy of like, I thought my life was getting pretty good. I didn't know that it could get even better. And it does. And it will. And it did. It's all existing all at the same time. Spirit wants me to share this again for some reason. It's if there's a wanting in your heart, a desire in your heart, it's because God put it there, and it's because it already exists. We just have to make sure we put ourselves on the right timeline. We align ourselves, and the way that we do that is we put God at the forefront of our decisions and in our decision making, and the way that we lead our lives. When you're in certain situationships, places, ask yourself, should I be here? I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Let me leave. I don't feel right when I'm around this person. I think God does not want me here. It's time to go. This is not the place for me. I don't resonate with this anymore. This doesn't sit well with my spirit like it used to. I think I've evolved from this. I think I've realized that I deserve better because I am better. So with that mentality, it is literally, I heard, shape-shifting your whole existence, your whole being, spiritually. And when that happens inside of you, that's when things on the outside start to align. I'm sorry I keep stuttering. I do that a lot when I do readings, and it's kind of annoying, but I can't help it. It's like so much wants to come out all at the same time, and I'm trying to remember everything. Because you did this within yourself, it's only going to show up on the physical realm. And I feel like that's why I kept feeling this thing on my hand. It was like something that's coming towards you. And it's very soon. There's a lot of pressure. That's the outcome. It's going to bring newness. And this is all your guys doing. I want you guys to understand that. And I also thought, I don't know why this thought came over me when I was thinking about the reading and I was cooking. And this idea of where some of us have this idea of where we're supposed to be at in our lives at the age that we're at. And it's all bullshit. It's just whatever this society has portrayed us to believe that, how we're supposed to look or how things are supposed to be. But what you should be really focusing on, Spirit is saying, is how far you've come. Really think about how far you came. Not just, people say this shit all the time, but do you really know how far you've come? You could have quit a long time ago. There's someone here who has struggled with addiction. I just heard. You could have died. You could have been dead. You could have allowed it to overtake you, but you didn't. You chose yourself. You chose life. These little victories, they're really big ones. Just because they're little and they come, sporadic. Not sporadic. Like, like you get small wins, they say sometimes, right? And they all add up to one big one. But instead of looking at it like, oh, but they're just little small wins are just as big as big wins. It's all the same. You're still winning. You're still growing. The frequency, that's what I was trying to say. Like the frequency of your wins. It's better to have a consistent, God, I can't think of the word. I need to read more books because I feel like my vocabulary is like kind of low. Okay, I have a perfect example. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. So I saw this and it made me think of it. So I got myself an Apple Watch for my birthday because I thought it would help me to stay consistent. Oh my God, I have to go. I thought it would help me be consistent in my workouts and stuff, and especially taking my steps. Because my phone yells at me and it tells me like, hey, you ain't doing shit. What are you doing? But I can't find it exactly, but I'm just going to show you an example of what I'm trying to say. What is this? My heart rate. This is my heart rate. Oh. Okay. This isn't the chart I wanted to show you, but the chart, this is just an example. So the chart I saw popped up for January, it was my workouts. They literally were like this. They were going like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But overall, I started here. And even though I was up, down, up, down, up, down, by the time I finished the month, I was all the way up here. So imagine starting down here, going up here. The consistency is what I'm trying to say. As long as you're going up, it doesn't matter how fast you're going. It doesn't matter how slow you're going. When you look at the bigger picture and you see it climbing up, then you won. It doesn't matter what your chart looks like. Everyone's chart, everyone's iPhone, whatever watch, they all look different. We're all made to look different. We're all meant to live different stories. That's what makes us special. That's what makes us unique. And I love you guys, but I gotta go pick up my son, okay? But I love you guys. I'll see you until the next reading. Oh, let's finish with a little bing. Where is it? We can't end without my little, there it is. I hope you guys can hear it. If not, I'll just have to use a banger thing next time. Alrighty, bye. I love you guys.